Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, please confirm to me, guys. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. That's that's fine, guys. And how are you doing during this COVID? Right. I hope so. All of you might be safe. Right. Right, sir. And the last class just given a brief introduction part for Python programming language. Then after that, what exactly the content we are planning for this Python that I've given, and what are the various batches we started, and what about my plan, and all the things we discussed today in the last class. That means on Friday we took a class. Now today onwards we are going to start our then totally like what I'm telling today onwards we are going to start our content, actual content I will start today onwards. Just before that, let me have a small brief introduction about our content, brief review, what I discussed today. So our plan for our courses is and only Python, something else, and this Python package. Right, in Python package, Python, Django, REST API, and UI technologies. These topics are going to be covered. That's okay, fine. All right, and regarding these courses, and if you have any doubt, just you can contact with Bhavani. Then Bhavani will be available in these two numbers, and this is mail ID, Professor of Online Training at gmail.com. Right, all courses will be covered by me. In the case 10 to 15% of chances are available, then in the case if I'm busy with some other classes, then I'll assign this Django to Durga sir. Maybe Durga sir may cover the Django, but not 100%. But max I will cover this Django. Right, sir. Good. If you up to this Python content, what I'm going to be covered? Only Python content, of course. After completion of this demo class, Bhavani will share the total syllabus for Python, Django, UI, and REST API. Total syllabus will be shared to your mail directly. I think so. You already given that the proper mail IDs. Then Bhavani will share the total syllabus to you. But roughly, I have written some syllabus in the last class. What was that syllabus I have given there? Just sometime if you up to this. Introduction, language, fundamentals, operators, flow controllers, overview of data types, list of set functions, modules, packages, patterns. These are like which one? One basic thing. Right. Yeah. And next one is like advanced Python. Inside this advanced Python, hooks, exception handling, file handling, multi-threading. Right. So, and PDBC, decorators, generators, accessions, Python logging, GUI, socket. This is like which one advanced Python. Then after the third party is like which one modules. Python modules are available. Math module, random, day-to-day module, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and C1 and web scrapping. So where in web scrapping, beautiful soap we are able to get. We want to get it. Beautiful soap, that model we want to use. Right, so now these are the things that we are able to do. Along with all these modules, just we are going to be cover a simple project for the sake of your practice. What are the things you are going to learn in this course? On the basis of that, just we are planning to provide some simple project, very simple project we want to provide there. That like which one chatting kind of project like this we are able to provide on the basis of this T-Kinter, GeoPort, on the basis of the sockets, or maybe some other concepts. I'll decide that later on. But definitely I will go for like which one project. Similarly, then what are the various advantages you are able to get for attending my classes there? As all of you listen carefully. Soft copy material downloadable, and the next one daily classroom notes I will share through Google Classroom, and a live execution, and everything is going on at live execution. Working with the multiple databases, guys. And this I went for some innovation in the case of this one. Innovation in the sense like I had done some R&D work regarding this. So in the PDBC content, we record to interact with the database. So where what are the various databases we are going to use? Oracle and MySQL is very common. So Oracle and MySQL, and it's very common in general. Everybody they are able to connect with Oracle and MySQL. That's fine. But nowadays, along with the Python MongoDB, if you cover, then it will get more demand. MongoDB is uh, upcoming. That means rising database product in outside markets. Most of the people are diverted to use this MongoDB. So this MongoDB, Python with MongoDB is having much demand in outside. So because of that reason, I included MongoDB in our PDBC. Just from Python application, we are going to interact with MongoDB that I'm planning now. Then after that, another new thing, what I included in this batch that I have not discussed in the previous batches, what I included there, cloud, AWS cloud, how to connect with AWS cloud from our Python application. How to connect with AWS cloud from our Python application. In the cloud, I'll keep it maybe Oracle or maybe MySQL or MongoDB. I'll keep in cloud AWS. Then I will connect with that cloud from our JDBC, that means PDBC applications. So then definitely this is one of the new era. What about it? I think so. Nobody is teaching this cloud database in Python content, but we are planning. We are going to plan for it. That will be a good thing for us. Right, so good. So next one is then after that, after completion of this, guys, what next one here I'm telling to you, working with the multiple IDs, guys. Now this is the biggest advantage if you're attending this session. What are the various things we are going to understand? Like ideally, when we install Python, you are able to get ideally automatically. That's fine. Next one is command prompt. Through command prompt also we can run our Python applications. Edit plus. Edit plus is an editor. Notepad plus plus. Right. These are editors. Then apart from these editors, no. Jupyter Notebook is a notebook. It's a frequently used one, but not for projects. But for in the training department, maybe most of the people are prefer to use Jupyter Notebook. Even if you open YouTube or if you check for any Python tutorial, then everybody they prefer to go for Jupyter Notebook. And similar to Jupyter Notebook, one more editor is available. That editor is Google Colab. Google Colab. It's almost the same as like which one? Jupyter Notebook, but a different one, but very good one. That is also I like very much. When compared with the Jupyter Notebook, I like very much on this Google Colab. I'll use this Google Colab content definitely. So I'll explore more about this Google Colab. That's one thing else than what I'm telling to you. Next one is then after this Google Colab, then Atom we are able to use on Visual Studio Code, PyCharm, Visual Studio, and Sublime Text. These many editors and IDs you are going to work. So out of all these things, Python is very good, and that will be used in our companies also. Next, Visual Studio Code and Visual Studio, all the things are going to be utilized in our application development. But definitely, we are able to have a very good content regarding this one. So multiple tools. That's my main asset. Then I'm able to show all this content effectively. Next one is this is another advantage to all of you guys. I think so nowadays might be now private market no trainer is providing this support, but I'm giving this support. So daily class records will be provided to you. Present class records. At the same time, I will provide previous batch videos also. Then one of my previous batch is available. That videos. Previous batch videos also one copy I will provide. Along with that, daily class recording will be submitted to you. Why I'm sending this previous class videos? No, just my simple thinking is before come for the class, if you listen one time the today's class topic before the class, and with that idea, if you come to the class, here my work will be simple and you are going to understand effectively. Guys, understand it what I'm telling you. So what I'm telling you clearly, before come for the class, if you listen to today's topic one time at our house in the previous batch videos, no, with that idea, if you come to the class, then you will understand perfectly each and everything. No? So that's why because of that reason, I'm going to provide this. And other reason is like which one? Some people may have time only 20 days or 25 days of time, sir. I want to complete my course. Within 1 month, I want to complete my course. If you're thinking like this, then I'm sending that videos to you. Old batch videos I'm at a time I'm providing to you per day. 5 or 10 videos we can complete. Then we can speed up your course also. That is another advantage what you are able to get if I submit these daily videos for all of you know. And good. These videos will be available up to how much time, sir? And these videos will be available up to how much time, guys? Any idea? No? Right, I'm telling to you Is videos support available? Video support is available up to this video support is available up to 1 year of time. 1 year of time, but officially it's 1 year of time. But actually, then we don't have any constraint. Maybe it may be extended. We'll not get any problem. Then even after 1 year of time, also we can access it. Our office people, just for the official boundary point of view, they used to say 1 year, but more than 1 year also we are able to get it. Then we are not going to disturb the videos. How long they're going to be available, then we can utilize this. But minimum 1 year of time will provide the support. Then after that also be there available. That's it. Good. On each and every topic, I'll provide some assignments. On each and every topic, we'll provide assignments. Right. And but not daily basis. On topic basis, I'll give some assignments. You have to complete that assignments. That assignments I may conduct as a normal assignments I'm able to provide, or else maybe some bits I'm able to provide. As for that, you have to complete that. It's almost like which one a test. It's almost like which one no? A test. A test. Like that, I'm able to provide some assignments to all of you guys. Then after that, after completion of the course, you will get a certification from Durgasoft. Certification from Durgasoft in the sense Durgasoft certificate we will provide. So you learn these courses from Durgasoft. Like this, will provide one certification. The certification will provide certificate will provide through online. So we can download it and we can xerox it, or we can get printout of it. Next one is in part of the course only we are going to be covered some interview questions along with the course. Along with the subject, we used to cover some interview questions also. That interview questions are sufficient to crack your interviews in outside. Okay, guys, now timings we provided here. Only Python if you want to take no 10 to 11 a.m. you have to start. And both that is package if you want to take, you have to assign the time for me 10 to 11 and 11 to 12. This is an official time. Maybe if you are required to take any 1 hour some other time there, then I will give intimation to you as per your availability. I will take that one. Understand, guys, what I'm telling you know? Right, sir. When I'm going to start this Django for package people, no? When I complete core Python, when I complete at least half of the Python, then only I will start this Django classes parallelly. But the schedule and everything I'll provide again to you. But before going to start this Django, first you have to learn. You have to learn what you have to learn. You know your technologies. You have to learn. Your technologies are required. Then we have to learn your technologies that we are able to provide. Right? Yes. Then regarding this pieces or regarding this course or regarding any other details which you want to talk with me, just directly you can contact with Bhavani. She's our admin. Right, sir. She is our admin. And you can contact with Bhavani. Then Bhavani will be available in these two numbers: 285252627, or else maybe 889777111799. This number she is available. Just you can contact with her. And yes, now this is, and if you want to send mail to the Durgasoft, then we can directly submit that mail to Durgasoft online training at gmail.com. Or if you want to send any query to me, for example, if you want to send any query to me, then just directly we can send to this mail, or else you can send to like which one, Nagoor Babu classes at gmail.com. I'm giving to you. Just directly we can send mail to at least to this one also. If you have any concerns or if you want to talk with me, if you want to share any information with me, then we can mail to nagarbabu at gmail.com. Right, so now these are the commitments what I have given. I can observe this clearly. Right, guys. Right, that's fine. Now today I want to start our content. That would be like with one introduction part here. I want to start introduction part, guys, and just give clarity for me one time. All of you guys. All of you are clear up to this part now? All of you are clear up to this part? All of you clear up to this part? Yeah, that's fine, guys. Fine, fine. Then understand it, guys. Now come for this introduction part. Inside this introduction part, what I'm going to talk with you. First one is Python history. Little bit of history I'll provide to you. Second one is differences between Python and others. Here, others in the sense like which one C, C++, Java, comparison, total comparison. How Python is different from C, C++, Java. How Python is different from C, C++, Java that we are able to provide. Okay, fine. Next, number three, Python features. Python features. This is third one, Python features. Right. Next one is then after this Python features. Then what next one here? We are going to understand. All right, sir. This Python features is the last part. Instead of introduction part. When this when this Python features we completed this, the introduction part will be completed. When introduction part is completed, then we will start like which one second unit that would be like which one steps to prepare Python applications. Right. And guys, and one more thing I'm telling to you, have any question? If you have any questions, and please raise that questions in the questions box. Questions box, I can see your questions, I can see your questions continuously. Don't worry for this. I can see questions continuously, and I can give answers as early as possible. Like immediately, I will give answers to you. No problem. Why? Because more members are available, more members are attending this session. So I'm unable to give voice charge to all the members at a time. Why? Because there is not like a single digit, like more and more number of people are attending, so it may be problem to all the members there. Right, sir. So just what I'm telling, if you have any queries there, just we can raise in the question box. So definitely I'll give answers for it. All of you know. Then if you have any problem, no issues there. And Preeti ma'am, understood it. Right, sir. Guys, and one more time confirm to me, my voice is clear to all. Is my voice is clear to all? Yes, 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 yes. Good. Perfect. Right, guys. Good. Now, what I'm telling to you, all of you guys, I want to start Python history. Let's observe this content now. Python history. Right, sir. Guys, now 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Can you give time for me? 1 minute. I will start our content. 1 minute. Yeah. Right, sir. Guys, now let's come for this small history for this Python programming language. Guys, now can you tell me who is the author for this Python programming language, guys? Can you tell me any idea who is author? Who is author for Python programming language? Any idea? Yes, perfect. Goodwin Rosem, right? Goodwin Rosem, who is the author for this Python programming language. Guys, all of you understand it, what I'm telling you now. Then who is this person actually? What he is doing actually? Right, sir. Now, before that, now I'm asking one more question to all of you guys. Now, tell me, when the first version of Python was started, when the first version of Python was released in outside market, just I'm asking basic information only, just somewhat little bit background, sir. I'm asking to when Python programming language was provided, and actually, guys, observe this clearly. All right, what is the first version name actually? What is the first version name actually? In the middle of 1990s, 90s, okay, fine, 80s, okay, fine, and 2.8, okay, fine. Right, yes. Anyway, then all these points I'm out. I want to give clarity for you. Now try to understand it clearly. What I'm telling you. One resume is the inventor of Python programming language that we know. Then who is this person actually? Initially, he is one of the implementer in a team building a programming language called as ABC programming language. So he is one of the team member. Is one of the team member. They prepared a programming language named as ABC programming language. ABC programming language at ABC programming language at where? At which place now? Understand it clearly now. CWI. At which place now? CWI. What is this CWI, guys? What is this CWI? Centrum Viscande Informatica. Understand, guys? What I'm telling you. What is this? CWI? Centrum Viscande and Informatica. This is a Netherlands project actually. Netherlands location, the way Centrum Visconde and Informatica. Right, so just I'll write this one also. Centrum Visconde Informatica. Right, sir. So is one of the member in a team to prepare a programming language named as ABC programming language at CWI. It's the company name. This we can think of it. Centrum Visconde Informatica. Understand it clearly. Then what happened? It's totally. I'm telling to you at 1989. It's totally at which year they know 1989. So he's one of the team member, and they prepared a programming language named as ABC programming language at Centrum Viscount Informatica at Netherlands, of course, 1999 at 1989. Then what happened? The programming language is going on good. The total programming language is going on good, but unfortunately, what he identified some loopholes in that programming language. Some problems he identified in that programming language. Then he decided he want to resolve that loopholes. He want to resolve that loopholes. Then immediately he started preparing his own language. He started preparing his own programming language. As part of that programming language, he want to prepare a separate parser, and he want to prepare a separate virtual machine, and he want to prepare a separate library. So he finally decided, by understanding the loopholes of this ABC programming language, he wanted to prepare a new programming language. So then he started in 1989 itself. He started new programming language. That means he prepared that new programming language, a simple parser he prepared, that means a virtual machine he prepared, and a set of predefined libraries he prepared as part of this particular 1989, as part of his intention. But all these things to resolve the loopholes of which one? ABC programming language. That's the point, guys. What I'm telling you now. Good. Finally, he prepared that. He prepared new programming language at 1989. 1989 in the same year. At 1989 in the same year, he prepared new programming language. That other then Nagoor and Rizum has prepared. He prepared new programming language. He prepared new programming language. Then he want to give name for this new programming language. He is searching for the name. Which name he has given to this programming language? He has given name to this programming language what's that name, sir? No, just I'm telling directly Python. Directly Python. At 1989 itself, he prepared a new programming language, and he has given name to this programming language is which one? Python. Guys, all of you observe this clearly. He prepared that. He prepared new programming language and he has given name to this programming language is Python. Now I'm asking to all of you guys, what is this Python? What exactly this Python? Why he has given the name this Python? What is the thought? What is the thought of him to give this name Python? Guys, and do you think about it? Python is a snake name. Because of the snake name only, snake name only, he given name for this programming language is Python. By thinking a snake, he has given that Python, like Anaconda or Python or something else. And moreover, not only this, if we observe all the technologies with respect to this Python, the names are totally different. Yeah, this is Python, is a snake name. Understand, guys, what I'm telling you now. Then at the same time, another like which one? Another thing is like what I'm telling you know, Django framework. It's a jungle, right? Django. Next one is, and there is a flavor for this Python. Anaconda Python is there. Anaconda Python. See, if you observe all these things, there we are getting somewhat like which one snakes and its related language only. Do you think of it? This Python is a name given by Van Resume by thinking a snake. No, no, it is not at all. It's not at all. Guys, all of you observe this clearly. No, it's not at all. After preparing this programming language, he wants to give name to the programming language. Right. While giving name to the new programming language, then what he thought. Just wait a minute of time. Right, sir. Now, actually, the reason for that is which one? When he is trying to give name for this new programming language, then he thought of it. Different names, but he did not give any name. Finally, he thought of it. What he thought, no? He is a big fan of. He is the big fan of a circus show. A circus show at Britain. He's a big fan of a circus show, a TV show, a circus show at a TV channel. Right, the circus show is like which one? What is the name of this one? Monty Python. Monty Python Flying Circus is a one of the TV show. Right, sir. Then what is the name of this circus? No, what is the name of this TV show? Monty Python Circus Show. Monty Python Flying Circus. It's a basically it's a one of the TV show at Britain. He's a very good. He's a big fan of this particular. He's a big fan of this particular circus show. So just he had a thought of it, and finally he decided he wanted to give name to this programming language. It's like which one? Python. That's it. So as he is a big fan of this particular TV show like Monty Python Flying Circus at Britain, at England, he's a big fan of this one. So he decided he wanted to give name to this particular programming language is like which one? Python. That's it, guys. Apart from that, no other history is available for us. That's it. That's the story. Then no other histories existed. No. Good. Anyway, finally he has given name for this programming language. Then what happened there? Immediately he wants to release this programming language to the market. In 1991, in the mid of February, he released the very first version of Python to the market. At 1991 February, he released the first version of the Python to the market. With which name, with which version number, with which name he provided first version of the Python programming language, if you have to this one. So he released the Python with the version number 0.9.0 guys. In general, we used to release any product with the version number 1.0 in general, or maybe 1 or maybe 1.0. But unfortunately, not unfortunate, might be in his point of view fortunate, he released the very first version of Python with a name, with the version number 0.9.0, even it is not 1, 0.9.0. He released this first version of the Python. Inside this first version of the Python, he provided just all fundamentals of the language, all pandas of the language, like all pandas of the language and basic data types. What are the basic data types are available? Basic data types, guys. Observe this clearly, data types like what I'm telling to you, list maybe or map. Sorry, list maybe. Next one is like what? Next one get dict maybe. Right, and a string and so on. With this basic data type, that language was released in 1991 February. Python February in the middle of February 1991. The name is like which one? Python 0.9.0. Guys, all of you observe this clearly, what I'm telling you now. Next one, after that, with some modifications. With some modifications, then he wants to release next version of this Python. That would be like which one? All right, almost in 1994. It took nearly and 3 to 4 years of time to release the next version. In the mid of 19, that means in the January month of 1994. January month of 1994, the next version, that means the first version of Python, that means second version of Python here we are getting with the name 1.0. Python 1.0 was released at January 1994. In January 1994, first version of Python was released. Then what changes are provided here now inside this? So from this Python 1.0, that is second version of Python onwards, functional programming was introduced effectively. Functional programming features were introduced. What are these functional programming features now? Yes, all of you understand this clearly. Functional programming features like what are the various features are released here now? We can understand like which one can lambdas. Then after that maps. And next one is like which one reduces, like filters. All these are core features of this functional programming. Of course, I will discuss with you all these things in the future. Don't worry for that. And in 1994 January month, Python 1.0 version was released. Now it is like which one functional. Now there we are getting functional programming features like lambdas, maps, reduces, filters, and so on and so on and so on. All this functional programming majorly was introduced along with the Python 1.0 version. Good, sir. All of you have to this clearly. Then after that, guys, all of you have to this clearly. At 2000 October month, at 2000 October month, Python 2.0 was released. Python 2.0 version was released. As up to this clearly, how much time they have taken from upgrading from 1.0 to 2.0? Almost nearly 6 years of time they have taken. It took to release that next version. That's like which one Python 2.0 version was released. Right. So now in this Python 2.0 version, he provided number of features there. What are the features here we provided there? He provided like which one? Unicode support. Unicode support. And before this 2.0 version, Python is ASCII value support, ASCII representations. But Python 2.0 version onwards, Unicode support is provided. Unicode support, you know already. Number of advantages are available for Unicode. Unicode is one of the character representation. Of course, we'll discuss in the future. Don't worry for this. Unicode support was provided in its Python 2.x version. Next one is some improvements on garbage collector. Garbage collector. So we know already internally garbage collector is available to destroy the objects. Right, sir. What is Unicode in the sense? Just it is one of the character representation, guys. In which way we are having ASCII, in which way we are having UTF, in which way we are having UTF-16 or UTF-8. In the same way, ASCII is one of the character representation. Understand, Surinder Reddy? Right? Unicode is one of the character representation. So you know already ASCII, right? Surinder Reddy. Understood what I'm saying to you know? Yeah, okay, fine. Guys, then whenever I'm clarifying your doubt, just please say yes or no, something else. Why? Because so that I can understand it, I'll move forward. Otherwise, I'm trying to repeat the same point again and again. So whenever we are raising the question, and if I answer that question no, just immediately say some yes sir, understood like this, some information. Then I can move forward or content. Right, so now 2000 year October, Python 2.0 version, Unicode support was provided and improvements on garbage collector. Garbage collector is to destroy the objects. No, then after that, some list improvements are provided. Improvements. Some data types are available where one of the data type is list. Then list improvements are existed, and so on. These many features are provided in a Python 2.0. But these features are not giving much effect in our Python versions. Our Python programming language, these features are not major features. These features are not giving much effect in our Python now. Good guys, right? All of you have to this clear. Python 2.0 version was released with these many features. It's going on in a 2000 year. Guys, all of you listen carefully. Right from 2000 year onwards, data analysis market is getting demand in outside market. data analysis and the data processing. This market is getting somewhat demand in outside market. And indirectly, what I'm telling to you know, indirectly, what I'm telling to you know, data science market is coming into the picture right from 2000 year. Data science and data analysis, this market, this era was started at 2000 year. Then immediately in the data science, what people have done it now, what people are doing. So the data science people, then what they are thinking, we want to provide very good environment for this data analysis. That's okay, fine. But while doing this data analysis or data processing, we need to implement some algorithms. We need to provide some mathematical operations, some analysis over the data. So simply, for example, data representation in a single dimensions or multi-dimension and processing data through multi-dimensions. So we need to do some operations with our data. To perform operations with our data, the data science requires some programming languages. Data science requires some programming languages. So that programming language should be a simple programming language and a lightweight programming language, not to increase much burden, not to have too many libraries, no, but we required libraries majorly for majorly for statistical calculations. Majorly for statistical calculations, we need a programming language. Right, sir. When the era data science was started, data science people required some programming language in order to processing the data, or in order to analyze the data, or in order to provide that decision making. Right, sir. For that purpose, they required some analysis. They required to execute some algorithms. To prepare and execute some algorithms, they required a new programming language. A programming language they required. And they are searching for all the languages now. Of course, they settled with the Java also. Of course, they settled with the Java also, C also, C++ also. But on all these programming languages, what they identified, in all these programming languages, what they identified the syntaxes of these programming languages, the statements of these programming languages, and their internal orientation point of view, that programming languages, and that data science people thought these are difficult programming languages, and these are increasing burden to the developers. They are not providing lightweightness to the developers, lightweightness to the applications now. Then data science people have thought of it, these programming languages are not suitable. Then immediately they went for Python. By the time Python 2.x is only be available, then immediately data science people went for Python programming language. As all of you observe this clearly now. So the data science people search for Python programming language there, as per their data analysis point of view, as they want to prepare some statistical calculations and some mathematical calculations. They checked all the programming languages. Finally, they went for Python programming language. They observed Python 2.x version. They understood. They observed 2.x version. They understood Python is such a beautiful programming language and very, very simple programming language. So definitely, this Python is very much suitable for our data science analysis part. Then immediately they have adopted, they have taken the Python programming language under their control, and they started re-engineering the Python programming language. Python 2.x version is available by the time. They have taken the Python programming language. They started re-engineering the Python programming language. Finally, they have taken almost all 7 to 8 years of time to provide the total re-engineering over this Python. And finally, at 2008, come on guys, all of you observe this clearly now. At 2008 December, almost at end of 2000 December, that Python 3.0 version was released. At Python in 2008 December, Python 3.0 version was released. All of you guys observe this clear now. Python 3.0 version was released. This Python 3.0 version is also be called as like which one? Python 3000 is also be called as like which one? Python 3000, or simply we can call it as like which one? Py 3K. What you are able to say guys, then Py 3K or Python 3000. So it means that Python 3.0 version that was released in 2008 December. Guys, now tell me, this Python 3.0 was released purely for the sake of which area? Python 3.0 version is purely for the sake of which area, guys? Now tell me, no. It's purely for the sake of which area, guys? Now tell me, no. It's purely completely for the sake of like which one can know? Data analysis, or we can call it as like which one? Data science. Either we can say it's a data science or we can say it is as like which one? Data analysis. That Python 2.x version is a normal language where all the operations are very normal and compared with all other programming languages. But when data science era was available, was started, they have taken Python programming language, they re-engineered the total Python programming language, and they prepared this Python 3.0 version, right, with their, as per their requirement, which libraries they required. As per that libraries, they re-prepared that Python 3.x version. Guys, one point I'm telling to all of you now, try to understand it clearly. So number of changes are available Python 3.x version. I'm not going to write all the changes now. Even if you're expecting some changes now, then I'm able to provide some list of changes here. That's okay, fine. That's not my intention. But one point I'm telling to all of you guys, just observe this clearly. All of you observe this clearly. Python 3.0 version is not backward compatible with Python 2.x version. Please remember this point. Python 3.0 version is not